Alright, Mr. Ahmed Musa, you're welcome to TJ Abunda Show. It's a pleasure to have you and nice meeting you here today.
Yeah, sure. Thank
so you can introduce yourself to our dear audience.
Yeah, thank you, viewers. As he has said, my name is Musa Amad Nabi Kalaba. Yeah, and I am a CEO of King Moxie Store and also at Destiny. Yeah, and I also do entrepreneurial business. Thank you.
Alright, that's all about him that he has told us, and that's how we know him. So Mr. Musa here is today with us in the studio to talk to us or to let us know about being a boy that is not hungry for ladies or for girls, but rather being a man that is hungry for success. It's kind of a unique discussion of which I don't know what it is, but it can also affect to both sides, either to my own opinion, okay? So Mr. Ahmed or Musa, I want you to tell us what you think about being a man, that only a boy that is hungry for girls, but rather be a boy that is hungry for success. What do you mean by the whole segment?
The generation where we are in right now, it is what they call Gen Z generations. And this generation, this particular generation, is a generation that mostly do not care more about success. It's a generation like most person, let me say, I'm a dad, I'm a minister, and I have children. They will be thinking about my wealth and the money that I give them sometimes they use for ladies instead of doing something that is important in their life. You see, that is where we are right now. So now people mostly want things to be given to them other than working hard for it. There are some people that mostly they came from generations or from backgrounds that if they tell you their story, your heart will be broken. But most of the people that are nowadays successful in life, they have suffered in life. And if you ask them one by one of what happened or how was their life, they will tell you stories that are not easy stories. So nowadays I find out whereby guys will be hustling to make money, but also at the end of the day, all this money will be used for what? On girls. And you don't find yourself successful. You find yourself always your pocket is broke. Okay? Youths nowadays, they like going clubbing. You find a person, you are doing a very good job, but you go clubbing, you waste something like $500 or $1,000 just on drinks. Just on drinks and food. And everybody is celebrating you. By the time you are broke, they leave you alone. And ladies nowadays, they have this thing whereby it's like they smell your pocket. They smell your pocket. If you have money, they smell it. And if you don't have money, it's like they have this special connection to the pocket. They will start leaving you back one by one. You see, that is where we are in mess. You find a guy having a very good job. After losing the job, he has nowhere to go. He will be as broke as even you are better. Why? Because the money that he gets, he uses it for nonsense. He does not invest on himself. So by you work on an NGO or in government is like it belongs to your father. Okay? You don't have any business mind. Then, by the time you lose the job, you start crying. Okay, take a particular example. Some months ago, Donald Trump came and a lot of donations were stopped. Therefore, because of a lot of donations were stopped, what happened? A lot of people were released home. Some of them that do not have side business to do, now their job is taking loans, borrowing money, I'll pay. Some of them that have good characters, they are instead to job, but some of them, they are not. Why? Because you do not have a business concept on your mind. Yeah, that is how it is.
Okay, so from your statement, you realize that this generation, people from boys, guys side, they will love spending their money on ladies. A boy works with an angel, but he has nothing at the end of the day when the contract ended, and ladies knows the guy's pocket and all that thing. So let me ask you, some people outside, they might be innocent, okay? They might be innocent there. Whatever thing they do, sometimes they don't have the truth in their mind. Or maybe they will realize it later, So as a man who works with an NGO, any government, or just any kind of work where you earn some money, what kind of business or where are they supposed to invest that money instead of investing only in their girlfriends and the ladies all around?
I have to be honest. The thing that we have to do is, first of all, as a man, work for your money. Ladies will come. Okay? Ladies always can never settle with the person who is broke. They will always come. Okay? No matter how many years you try to invest in yourself, ladies will always come. Okay? They never run away. But if you decide to do the little that you have, give them, they will finish you, and they will marry someone who has already made it and already successful in his life. About you asking if what am I suggesting, what they are supposed to do in business, that is their life. Okay? That is their life. And the business that they choose is what they go for. Okay? You and I know business is a practice of making money. Okay? By either producing, buying, or selling. All for one purpose, which is making profit. So now, it depends on what is it that you want to do in your life. Okay? Not everybody that works in the NGO actually spends money anyhow. Some of them are sharp. I'm not saying all of them.
Yeah.
Not people of government, not even people of government. Anybody who works, okay? If you don't know where to place your money, you end up broke. Okay? You can sometimes end up receiving $5,000 or let me say 3 million SSP per month. But at the end of the day, if you don't know what to do with that money, you are wasting your time. Because for you to invest in business, it also wants you to be greedy for yourself. You have to be selfish. So yes, you can see money here, but no, you don't want to touch. You can see a person going hungry because this money, he wants to invest it tomorrow on a business that will bring him huge profit. You get it? So at the end of the day, if you sacrifice right, because business is all about risk, if you sacrifice right, you will earn good money. But if you do not sacrifice your money in a correct way, then you will lose. So now, the most important thing here is now how you keep your money, how you reserve your money. The bank is there. You can put your money in the bank. Nowadays, also easy. There is MTN Momo. And the way nowadays MTN Momo is doing things, you want to withdraw here, there's no money. You want to withdraw here, there's no money. You never know, God is saving your money for something better. You see, that's how these things work nowadays. You see? So, at the end of the day, you see people who are working in the government, people who are working in NGOs, people who are working in companies, there are some of them that have their private businesses that they run. You see, even some of the people in the government, they have private businesses that they run. Why? Because they know one day they'll be off from the work. Now, by the time they're off from the work, what next? There is always what next. Whatever you do in your life, just know there is always what next. There's nothing that has no next, unless it is not in this earth. Because everything has a next. That is how it is. So now, for you to succeed in business, first of all, you have to know what is it that you're good at in doing. Not every business is fit for all of us. No. You have to know what is it that you're good at. By the time you know what you are good at, you build it. Okay? By the time you build it, you will know exactly what you want. Okay, I will take example me. I finished from Bugema University. And by then, when I was in campus, I used to do businesses after school. Okay? Like, for example, you see like these handmaids that are in my hand right now. I used to do these businesses when I was in third year. Not only that, I started, before these handmaids, I started by actually doing sugarcane. You know sugarcane business. Eh? In the evening like this, you wake up with sugarcane, 500, you're gonna see this. You sell it to people. And people were seeing, what? They were looking at me like, this sugarcane boy. Yeah, it became my popular name somewhere, sugarcane boy. But I know what I want. So from that sugarcane, money that I got, then during summer holidays, I went and I did some graphics course with that money from sugar. So after the sugar cane, I started producing t-shirts. For the school, I started doing with the marketing departments, students, union body, and all these other things. Now I get contact from them. I print for them t-shirts, bulky. I print in a few numbers, it depends on what you order. And some of these things made me, when I came back to Juba, some of the people that know that I do these things, like the t-shirt printings and the bead making, they contact me till now. To print for them t-shirt is because my relationship. Because business is all about building a relationship. When you build your relationship right with the people never forget you, wherever they go. And also business is not fight. You find you go to some shops, you talk to a person, the person was there. If you want to buy, if you don't want to go, this is not business. You talk to the person in a kind of a way that the person, even though it is a fake product, the person will still buy. But I'm not saying that I'm selling fake products. I'm not doing that. So that is how this thing works. So when you build your brand, you need to have a skill for it. Okay? After building it, you need to have skills for it. How you contact with your customer, how you want your customers to respond to you, and also you need to have your networks. Have your networks build with them. Like if you want to import something from there, you have a supplier. Because the first thing that you have to do is, when you get to know the business that you want to do, you also have to get a supplier that supplies you in a cheaper price.
Nuru